Good evening. Welcome along. Sorry, massive apologies for the delay. Dino had a bit of problem with his sound, so we had to get it all sorted out. But it's all sorted. We've had the techie people around there, and it's all sorted now. Joining us tonight, we got Terry, we got Lee, and we got Dino. Terry, how's your day been?
It's been nice and relaxing. I've been very well last few days, so just trying to recover from man flu.
Oh, I don't like it when you're not well. All right. We've also got Dino. Dino, how's your day been apart from your technical problems?
Same as always. Played football and chilled, and then done this.
And no lights because we lost.
Yep, lights only on for the winds.
And over in Spain, Lee, is it raining in Spain?
It's not, Philly. It's been 20 degrees today. It's been glorious.
Oh God, honestly, it's absolutely chugging it down here. All right, never mind. Have you got your Christmas tree up?
No, I'm going to do it after we finish here.
All right, there you go then. Right, of course, don't forget, of course, we are live, which means you can join us via the live chat if you want to have your say already. First up, he's back, our friend again. Macam Cabby is on there speaking to us again. He even followed me on TikTok last night, so he must be probably my friend now. The Scrappy Dog is there. Ian knew what, I'm not even going into that because it'll mean something. Ian on there, David Joblin, Stephen Thornton, Tony Lee is in the room as well as our Emma. If you want to have your say, then obviously join us via the live chat. You can do so. Don't forget, of course, we are sponsored by Wolf Competitions, our season sponsor. That is wolfcompetitions.co.uk. You could be a winner. There is a link in the description if you want to go and check out their site as well. Before we get on to yesterday, we've since we last saw you, of course, we did play Liverpool midweek on Wednesday night. Terry, I know you're not feeling well, but overall performance against Liverpool, what did you think?
I'm feeling better than I was then, but yeah, I was, end of the day, if you come away from Liverpool and you're feeling a little bit sort of sad that you only come away with a point, then it's a good way to be honest. Because I thought that we were the better side against Liverpool for a lot of the game, and with the Isidore one-on-one chance at the end, I was like, oh, we should have come away with 3 points, and it would have made yesterday not so bad if we won against Liverpool, I suppose. But yeah, I thought it was a really good performance, a really good defensive performance. Liverpool are under sorts off colour at the moment, like me.
Oh, don't start getting all that sympathy vote and all that. Sorry, man. You got to man up, although you're not allowed to say that anymore. But and grow up hair, and you're not allowed to say that either. But never mind. You're not allowed to say man.
I'm getting older. I am starting to grow up hair.
Oh, you can. Right, okay. Yeah, when Isidore went through at the end as well, I had my 2-1 bet on. That would have given us 105 quid as well. So not only was I like screaming at him, but Dino, overall performance on Wednesday night against Liverpool.
You could grumble because we should have had all three, but unfortunately Isidore isn't exactly in a rich frame of form at the minute. I think if Robbie goes through, I think Robbie probably puts that away. But overall, I thought as a unit, we were spectacular defensively. We were really, really good. We played with tactics probably perfect. Defense going from defense to attack, wasting time where we needed to. I thought Roofs was really commanding. I thought Ronaldo had an absolute storm on the left hand side. It was just brilliant. Because let's be fair, if you said to us in the next 3 games, if we could get 3 points out of them the 3 games, you'd snap your hand up. But to say you draw against Liverpool would be Bournemouth. It's unbelievable, especially from where we were in the Championship season and how far we've came. Unbelievable. But great point. I'm never going to grumble about taking a point away from Liverpool.
Right, fair enough. You said you can't grumble, but I'm sure if anybody's going to find a grumble, then it'll definitely be you, Dino.
You know what? I've realised about this team. We can actually go to anybody and get a result with this team.
Well, but
that's why I'm not because I used to think like when we played Bournemouth, we probably might get beat. We're playing all these teams and we're getting results and we're fighting. And now my mindset's changed to like we're competing. We're competing now. We give anyone a good game.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Reggie's said anyway, we set out our team to play how we want to play. We're not, you know, we play our game. We know how we want to play, and that's how we go and play, which was great to hear. Just very quickly on the chat, Dan Wild says 4 points from them 3 games. He'll take that. Emma says Liverpool, we had played them, deserved the win, felt like a loss. Rooster Coburn says Brobby hasn't got the pace to go through. Tony Lee says Brobby wouldn't have got there, Dino.
I disagree. I mean, I think Brobby's got a bit of pace, and the thing about Brobby, he would have probably held off Chiesa a little bit better than what Isidore done. I honestly think Brobby would have probably put that away. Like,
how would Mienda done there as well? Would Mienda have the pace to do that?
But again, Mienda hasn't. We've seen Mienda miss so many chances when he first was.
Yeah, but you don't think Mienda would just shoot from sort of where the keeper is? He would just try and put it past the keeper rather than going round him.
I don't. You know what? I don't know. Mienda, he likes to have a strike, and he has obviously when he done the company, went round the keeper, but I just don't think Mienda's got the finishing capability.
Right, okay, just very quickly before we move on to you, Lee. Macklem Cabby says, sorry to say, but if we sold Isidore in January, wouldn't miss him. I'd miss him. I like Isidore, and I think his strength is definitely that. I just wish we would leave him on the halfway line more often, because I think his strength is running through without a doubt. Lee, Liverpool Wednesday night overall performance?
I thought it was very good, Philly. I thought we looked organised, we looked focused. We played like a back 5 when we were defending, and then a back 4 with Trey Hume pushing into midfield when we were attacking. Alderete could have had a hat-trick. I mean, he had like a scissor kick, he had a shot outside the box, he had the header that hit the post. Trey Hume shot was like really good, and another day goes in. Reynildo, as Dino mentioned, was outstanding, the way he gets up and down the pitch and he's tackling. I thought we looked very comfortable, and even Jamie Carragher was saying during the commentary that if we show a bit more conviction, we could get the win, and we almost did. And then in the second half, Carragher went on to say that Sunderland is a real outfit. Like, we're a very good team. There are a couple of things that worry me about. We do piss about at the back sometimes unnecessarily. Most of the time, we do play out at the back very well, out like tight spaces. We do get out quite well, but there are some times when it just makes more sense to clear your lines and then get up the field. But we do it quite well. Ballard was heading everything. He had Isaac in his pocket the whole match. Yeah, I thought we were very good. And the Isidore chance, I think, listen, he did everything right, didn't he? He got through on goal. Great vision from Robin Roos to get the kick on so early. And then Isidore, as you'd expect him to do, he goes around the keeper, because he did that against Hull. He did it against Middlesbrough. And he normally puts it in the back of the net, but I think he's just lacking a bit of confidence, isn't he, at the minute? He's lacking a bit of confidence, and he just another day he gets better contact, and he gets that second goal for us, and we get 3 points at Anfield. But I thought Liverpool were very poor, but I think we made them look poor.
Right, okay, Terry, you want in there?
Yeah, I think I think it was his run through, his first couple of touches on the ball sort of slowed his momentum down. If them touches are better, the Liverpool defender doesn't get him, and he goes down the keeper and he scores. I think it's just a couple of touches early on that run. It's just his momentum slows right down.
But I think he always has that, doesn't he, Terry? He always has that kind of awkward balance when he's running through on goal.
Yeah.
I mean, if you remember the Hull game, when he scored that goal against Hull, it seemed like he had took one touch and it took away, but he always gets it back into the middle to get on track. So he's not perfect, but I think he can be. I don't think we should be getting rid of him, that's for sure. I think he's an asset for us.
I honestly think the likes of Brobby and Isidore are both better coming off the bench late in games, like say for the last 30 minutes. We could do with a striker it's finding someone that's ready-made for the Premier League already with the experience, because the players we have, they could be the good players, but they're better against tiring defenders, I think.
Right, okay. Just very quickly then, back on the chat. Coffee Goblin says, still no back-to-back losses. Mienda needs a chance after Isidore has missed good chances. Tony Lee again saying about leaving Isidore on the halfway line when we defend corners. we said it for yonks, and it just doesn't happen. It won't happen. I watched the game last week. I don't know which it was, but it might be one of the Champions League games. But the side defending the corner, they put 2 people on the halfway line, and it took 2 of the attacking players off as well. So it was. I thought I'd love to see anything like that. Hume not good enough. Roland January, compare him with Reinildo. There's a lad called Mo Salah could do a job. There you go. He could be our striker. Who knows?
Mo Salah could be on the right to Traore, couldn't he?
Well, yeah. Well, there you go. Well, have a word with your lass, Terry, and have a word with.
He's probably friends with him on Instagram. She'd message him.
All right. Well, really. Right. Okay. So. Just very quickly, what we got? 76 people on the stream at the moment. We like to get 100 likes if we can on a Sunday. So just hit the thumbs up, give us a like. That'll help us out. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It's free to do so, and that does help us out as well. I don't know about you lot, but me, before the game, I had a snatch hand off for £1 against Liverpool, but I was really, really disappointed with a point, and that we didn't get the 3. I thought we was great all game. I think Liverpool maybe came into it the last 10, 15 minutes. Well, the last 10 minutes actually was like where they started bombarding us and stuff like that. But I thought they were very poor, and I was gutted not to come away with 3.
I think it just shows you how far we've come, haven't we? Because I thought exactly the same.
Well, it does. Were you disappointed, Lee, not to have 3 points?
By the end of the game, and when you saw the game as it progressed, then yeah. But I mean, we would have snatched our hands off for a point. But I mean, Liverpool would have snatched our hands off for £1. Yeah, thieving bastards there. That's supposed to be a joke, lads. You can laugh.
Yeah, no, I just it's normally hubcaps in it or something like that, or car radios or something. Dino, were you disappointed not to come away with 3 points then?
Yeah, because when I look on the stats, we had more shots on target than them. Obviously, we hit the post from the corner of Alderete. He had an overhead kick. I mean, it was a good effort, didn't get us wrong, but it was straight at the keeper. But the one off the post, that could go in. I'm sure Lafay had one just wide of the post as well. We're getting chances, and that's the good thing to see, that we're actually creating chances going forward, especially playing with 5 at the back, because it normally limits your chances going forward. But we look sharp. We really did. And obviously, the midfield of Siddiqui and Xhaka just never fails to amaze us how well they do, especially with Xhaka having the older legs. He still gets about.
Right, okay. Look, just very quickly on the chat. John Swinney, who's our friend down in New Zealand. Thanks for tuning in, John. Isidore is needed to defend corners, apparently. And Salah is too lazy for our team. So if Salah wants to come to Sunderland, you're not welcome, mate. All right, too lazy. Darwin Nunes wants away from Saudi. Get him in. When you saw the team, then we've talked about Isidore. Are we happy to see Brobby in starting ahead of Isidore? Then Dino?
Yeah, I think with Brobby scoring the goals when he's come on, I think it was a good chance to get him on. He's going to be physical against their defenders, the likes of Konate and Van Dijk. Whereas, like, Isidore's probably got a bit more pace, but he's not as physical. So you get Brobby to hold him off. You've got a bit of an outlet more with Brobby. So yeah, I mean, I'm starting to like Brobby. I'm starting to see what he's all about now. He's starting to impress us. So yeah, I was happy to see Brobby up front.
Right, okay. Everybody, I've noticed the commentators calling him Broby. Brobby. I don't know what we're supposed to call him. Like, Terry, were you happy to see Broby, Brian? We'll call him Brian.
What it is? I like all 3 of our strikers. I think, but they're all in the same boat for me. I think they're all going to struggle in the first half of games.
Whoa! I don't think you can say that from in boats and things like that.
I think they're all going to struggle. They're all going to struggle in the first half of games. I mean, they're all in the same boat. They are definitely. I think how strong the defense in Premier League, defensive teams are in the Premier League. I think players that are not high quality strikers are going to struggle to score goals against these top defensive sides, you know. So I think Broby, I think Isidore and Mienda, all three are in the same boat, whether you like it or not, because
No,
I think they're all going to be stronger. I'm not falling for that. They're all going to be stronger coming off the bench in the last 30 minutes of the are starting the game of football.
Right, okay.
I have no idea why you're laughing. I really don't get it.
All right, good. I'm pleased you don't. All right. Lee, was you happy to see Brian start before Isidore?
Yeah, I think he's deserved that start, isn't he? Because he scored 2 and 3 games coming from the bench. He's waited. Wilson's been a bit out of form. But my concern with Brian, or Broby, is that is he able to handle more than 25, 30 minutes? And that's the big question for me. I don't think he is. I think he's got a good 25, 30 minutes in him. And then after that, he just becomes a bit ineffective. The first 25 minutes against Liverpool was fantastic. He was bashing their defenders all about. But then after that, towards half time, he just started to go down very easily, trying to buy free kicks, and he wasn't getting them. And I thought, that's my concern. Is he able to last more than 25, 30 minutes?
Yeah, he doesn't look as athletic, does he? As Wilson sort of thing. He's sort of a bigger build, isn't he? So he doesn't seem as though he's as agile on the ball. Emma says there's something about Brian that's special, but she can't put a finger on it. You can leave your fingers off, Brian, if you don't mind. Emma, you've got a husband. Thank you. Right, okay, I was going to read that, but maybe I won't. Right, man of the match then. Terry, man of the match for Wednesday?
I thought Ronaldo was exceptional on Wednesday. I thought Ballard and Alderweireld were really good. And I think that's a big part of yesterday's result because there was no Ronaldo in the side. But yeah, I think Ronaldo was my man of the match.
Yeah, why was... Oh, well, I'll tell you what, we'll get on to that.
Apparently it's a groin injury, but didn't want to risk him for next Sunday, but he should be okay for Sunday.
All right, okay. Well, I was going to ask that on the Man City bit, but I'll scrub that sin. He's just ruined it for us.
Yes, I jumped in and preempted it.
All right. I had a groin injury last night. I got Karen to rub it for me, so everything was all right. It's all right now. Lee, are you a man of the match? Who did you think?
Definitely Ronaldo. I thought he was up and down the pitch. He was putting tackles in. And for me, it summed it up when Xhaka played the ball over the top and Ronaldo bombed past. And then I think it was their right back, Joe Gomez, got a yellow card. And Ronaldo didn't have any right to get there, but he did. He just bombed up, and he was fantastic. And hopefully he'll be fit for the Mags game because we need him.
Well, he's going to be because it's a groin injury. And they didn't want to risk him yesterday, so they've wanted to keep him for Saturday. I'll keep you in the loop there, Lee. Anything you need to know. Dino, man of the match for you Wednesday?
I'm going to say Lafay. I think Lafay got the assist. I think Lafay put himself about for a player who you'd think would want to be creative. He does a hell of a lot of running. He's always closing somebody down. I think Lafay's just shown what he's about because I would always expect Lafay to be a bit not lazy, but not be like tracking players and like he wants to get on the ball and maybe a bit huffy. But his attitude's been amazing, and I think just Lafay's just showing like the quality he's actually got, especially like running wise. Like he doesn't shy away. Like he wants to run. He wants to close people down and. I think that's the reason why we scored the goal that we did. I think he closed down Van Dijk. No, it wasn't him, sorry. He got the rebound off Van Dijk, played it to Talby, and then obviously the deflection went in. So, for me, Lafay.
Right, okay. Well, Ian doesn't agree with you there, Dino.
Ian never agrees with anything I say.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I thought he was all right, Lafay. I like the look of Alderweireld. Me, I wouldn't want to fight him. I mean, you see him and you think, oh, he looks, So, but yeah, there was a few. Anyway, look, 30. We've only got 37 likes. So, Em, what you doing? We rely on you for our 100 likes on a Sunday. Just hit the thumbs up. It'll take you a second to do that. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you've not already done so. What's Terry doing? Craig says. What are you doing? Are you polishing your shoes?
Well, he's doing a scratch card, isn't he?
All right. Oh, I hope so. I hope that's exactly what you're doing in your bedroom.
I've been doing my fingernails, doing my toenails now.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like that. So just be careful, will you? Honestly. Right, okay. Yesterday, Man City 3, Sunderland 0. It's one of them things. You go to Man City, and again, I'd have snatched your hand off for a point. You go to Man City, you don't expect to win going there, but it doesn't make it any less painful when you lose. Like, even though you're probably expecting it. But the first thing I noticed, couldn't wait for the team sheet to come out, and I had a look, and there you go, Xhaka and Siddiqui to start. Your thoughts on that, Lee?
I think Lebris trusts them. He's probably had a word with them, and if you notice, like the last couple of games, you would say that Xhaka and Siddiqui, they haven't been at full tilt. So, like, they have had that in their mind about getting the yellow card. And I think that Lebris is just telling them, listen, don't play it at 100% intensity. Play at 60, 70%. Avoid any kind of reckless tackles. Don't get any silly fouls. Don't pick up any silly yellow cards. And I think they've been doing that, and they've done it well. And I think that when the game was gone yesterday, after the third goal, Lebris decided to take them off. And I thought it was the correct decision.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I was screaming. I was hoping he was going to, at 2-0, I was hoping he was going to take him off. But I'd said, if I put it on social media, I said, if we go 3-0 down, you've got to get them off. And pretty soon after he did. So I was happy with that. Ian says we showed him too much respect. They cost me 20 quid over the last couple of games because I had them both down to be booked. Certainly before the Man City game. So and it didn't happen. Terry, Xhaka and Siddiqui starting. Were you all right with that?
I didn't think we had much of a choice, to be fair. It was a matter of, like I say, playing within themselves. And I think we've done really well this season. And I think if this game comes at any other time of the season, that's a different result than yesterday. We put in a different performance than yesterday. Yesterday, we had to sit and defend. Xhaka and Siddiqui couldn't put any challenges in. Like I said, they played within themselves. No Ronaldo as well. Just the way the games fell this season, it just happened to fall before the Newcastle game, and both those players on 4 yellow cards. There was no way they were going to pick up a yellow card yesterday. Even at some point, I watched for the third goal, Xhaka and Siddiqui were the two defenders, and all the rest of the defenders up inside Man City's half, trying to get a goal, and it was 2-0. And that's how they really scored the third goal, because their counter-attack, our defence was out of position. So, that's one of those that, you can take on the chin. You get beaten up a really good side, probably the top two sides in England, if not one of the best sides in Europe. You come away at 3-0. It's not really, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But I think you can't be too down about it. But with Xhaka and Siddiqui starting, you couldn't really play Neil in 09, could you? You couldn't really play Neil and Rig. If they're getting beat 7 or 8-0, you would have getting slated. So it was between a rock and a hard place, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's I thought we were better second half, and whether or not we showed them too much respect.
Do you know what it is, Phil? I was sitting there in about 28 minutes thinking, do you know what? We've never really given them a sniffer yet. They've never had a chance. Then in 2 minutes to score 2 goals. It's like,
Emma says when we took the two of them off yesterday, she cheered as if we won. I was with you, Emma. Go on, get in. And all that. Coffee Goblin says, though, listen to everybody out there, and we don't condone gambling. And if you do gamble, gamble aware and all that malarkey, what they're on about. But Coffee Goblin says it's free money next weekend. Xhaka and Siddiqui will get yellow. So go and put all this month's mortgage money. All right, go down the boogies and put it on. No, forget that. All right, but if you want to have a little tipple, couple of pound on that, free money. And if it's not, then come on here next week and have a word with Coffee Goblin, because he's advised you to lose all your mortgage payment. Dino, Xhaka and Siddiqui, would you have started them?
I mean, we don't really have the depth in centre midfield, do we? I mean, obviously with Diarra being out injured, I mean, you've only got the likes of Neil, Rig, O9 and Lafay in the centre. And like you need to have a strong centre midfield if you want to go up against Man City and try and tactically outplay them, tactically try and win the game. And when you take Siddiqui out that team, you haven't really got the legs in midfield. So he probably didn't have a choice, but I was quite confident they wouldn't get yellow cards because they would have been told before the game, just whatever you do, just do not grab someone if they go past you. Just let them go past you. No stupid. And I don't really believe Siddiqui or Xhaka made a sliding tackle, maybe not once that game, or any try to grab anyone. I think Xhaka had a little close call when he was running with one of their midfielders, and he just gave him a little push in the shoulder, and he went down. But they got a free kick. But other than that, they were quite safe. But I think if the circumstances were different, I think the game would have been totally different because they would have been going in for tackles. They would have been putting themselves about a bit more. They wouldn't have had the risk of missing the next game because it's the derby. So I think on another day, that would have been a totally different game. And don't forget, we had chances. If Isidore takes that one-on-one when he nicks it off Diaz, and if Xhaka, when it hits the post and it goes in, that's 2-2. That's a totally different game. Unfortunately, in this league, you've got to take your chances, and we didn't. And in that Turkey, he was unbelievable. I mean, people are slating Hume a little bit. I mean, when you've got someone like Cherky doing Rabonas and just taking the piss, I mean, he does that to a lot of fullbacks. So for me, and Hume's playing out of position. So for me, the quality just showed. Them had a lot more quality than us.
Well, yeah. Just on the chat, John Swinney says he agrees about reckless tackles, but nowhere were they told to play 60%.
That's what
Johnny Kill said.
That's what Lepre said in his interview after the match, that Siddiqui and Xhaka were playing at 60-70% intensity. So I imagine they would have been told.
Right. Well, Johnny Kill says, and see, Johnny Kill makes a good point here. Would it not be better to have played players who were going to give 100% rather than 70%? And Xhaka and Siddiqui could have had a rest. It's a bit of a moral dilemma, really, because you're basically saying, right, we're gonna lose this match against Man City, and as supporters, you never want to think that your team's going in there and not going to at least have a go at winning. So it was a difficult one, but for me all day, I'd have left them on the bench. I didn't want to risk it, and did we lose because we had one eye on the Mags game? Absolutely, we had one eye on the Mags game because of the bookings and things like that. Lee, you want in there?
Yeah, but Philly, you're saying like rest Xhaka and Siddiqui, but would you have like Chris Rigg and Dan Neil in there, get beat 6-7-0?
Well, it's
possibly happen, and then go into the Mags game on the back of that defeat, or play Xhaka and Siddiqui, play at 60-70%, be sensible, don't go for any dangerous tackles. Listen, we didn't play badly yesterday. We played very well, and Man City struggled to break us down. Their goals didn't come from any creative play where I mean, obviously the third goal was club quality, but they didn't break us open. We were solid, and the Man City fans were booing in the first half because of how slow they were playing. Yeah, well, the only reason they scored was obviously Terry's fault, because I mean, as soon as Terry said, we've held them back here, they've had note, we've given them out. And then, of course, they score. So, Terry behave. I know you don't believe in all that mumbo jumbo, but there's something in it,
I honestly think that you play as Xhaka because of your leadership skills. You can organise the team on the pitch more than the likes of Chris Rigg could do, or Dan Neil, and also his passing range is really exceptional, Xhaka. So and Siddiqui as well. So and you've got to keep them ticking over as well. Get that 60 minutes yesterday, get them prepared, ready for the Newcastle game next week, and he was in a high and nothing really just the bris, whatever he did. So I think 3-0 isn't a bad result, considering a lot of teams will go there and get hammered. And considering I still think with Ronaldo out, and then obviously them two not playing at anything over 60% intensity, I think another day that game's different.
Dino?
I mean, I don't know if you've seen that when Xhaka was getting taken off, he looked fuming, by the way. He didn't look happy. He looked like he wanted to play the full night. He didn't look happy at all, which is understandable. He's the captain. He normally your captain plays the full game.
It's good.
But,
It's good.
but I hope he does understand why we took him off. The game was gone. Get you off. Don't risk it. But he didn't look happy, like, to be fair, because Xhaka's one of these players who never really, he always plays, doesn't he? He's not a player who's used to be getting taken off. And you could see he was a bit raging, to be fair.
Maybe he was fuming because he wanted to give that game 100% intensity. He's not really. He'd rather maybe have won that game. That you don't know. Maybe that was more important to win that game than his Newcastle game. May not know the history of the Sunderland and Newcastle, so maybe he just doesn't like losing games of football. So coming off getting beat 3-0, you'd be disappointed, wouldn't you?
Yeah, right. John Swinney says he missed that from Reggie where he'd said that. So, and if he said that, he said that's totally out of order in his opinion. So watching Man City yesterday, does that not, have we not been getting a little bit carried away on how well we're doing? Because we do look like a good Premiership side, I think. But coming up against Man City, does it not show that we've still got a way to go yet? Dino?
I mean, we had chances, we just didn't take them. Isidore, again, a straight out of form. He should be putting that away. He just hits it straight at the keeper. And then obviously the one off the post on another day that goes posting in, or that hits the post and hits one of their players and goes in as an own goal. It just was just unfortunate that it didn't go our way. I mean, 3-0 against Man City. And again, it was 2 set pieces and then a bit of brilliance. Haaland didn't get a sniff. I think he had one shot and that was cleared off the line by Gertruda. But other than that, we're limited to them. To be fair, the only disappointing thing is the goal they scored, the first goal they scored. Diaz had the whole world to take that strike. No one went to close him down. And obviously it took a little deflection off Ballard. It's just little mistakes. But to go to Man City and actually still compete with them, maybe we didn't have a load of the ball, but we competed and it could have been a different result if we just took the chances. And that's the difference between the Premier League and the Championship. If you don't take your chances, the other team will punish you.
Lee, have we still got a long way to go yet?
Well, of course we have, Philly. I mean, we're still a new team in the Premier League. We've got loads of new signings, but we're doing things the right way. And listen, people will look at the 3-0 result and think it's a hammering, but it flatters Man City, that result, because we didn't deserve to lose 3-0. The first goal was a worldie, but he didn't get closed down. The second one was from a set piece where Enzo Lafay's marking one of their centre backs, which is daft. And the third goal, as Terry mentioned before, came from a counter attack. But not once did Man City break us open. And their fans were getting frustrated. And our play was I thought our play was outstanding in the first half. Some of the one-touch passing from Lafay, Siddiqui, Xhaka, Traore was just outstanding. It was really nice to watch because we were getting into good positions from difficult positions. Like we were playing out from the back and we were patient. And Man City let us get out. Well, they didn't let us, but we were too good to get out from the back. And normally, you saw Southampton do that in the Premier League, and they got basically intercepted and lost 7-0, 6-0. But we're playing the right way, and we keep playing the right way. We're not afraid to stop and change our tactic if we're getting beat. And for me, the good thing was yesterday is that we played for the 90 minutes. Our heads didn't drop at all. We played for 90 minutes, and I thought that was a positive thing. And I thought we would deserve the goal. And as we mentioned, the Isidore chance, the Xhaka shot. I mean, Isidore, I think it's a bit harsh, Dino, because he's only got a second to decide what to do. And I think he makes the right choice, is to blast it. Because he gets the ball from Diaz. Donnarumma's on his way out. He's got to shoot as soon as. And the best thing to do is get your power behind it, which he did. Probably could have got a bit more height on it because Donnarumma was already going down. So if he'd have got a bit more height, it would have hit the back of the net. But I think he did everything right. It was just unlucky if missed it all yesterday, I think, that shot.
Terry, have we still got quite a way to go, or are we? We're certainly on the right track. But I mean, Man City they're up
Man
there.
City, an established Premier League side. They've had years of, they've won the Premier League plenty of times. They've won the Champions League. They've got a really quality squad. They can cherry pick all the best players. You know, they've got unlimited cash, to be honest. So of course, there's a bit of a gulf, but we did play. You know, we did really well. We did ourselves proud. The lads did themselves proud. Like I say, it's one or two little mistakes, like not closing them down when he comes and shoots in, like Enzo Lefebvre marking a giant. If Isidor's on the halfway line, does that giant stay back with Isidor? You just don't know which defender stays back with him. You've got Mukele, Ballard, Alderete, big lads in the box. Surely they can mark their tallest lads. So yeah, I think it's about learning from the little errors that they make and grow as a team. And I think the camaraderie we have together out there, they're really working for each other. We keep sticking at it this season. We're nearly 15 games through the season now. We're in 8th place. Between the likes of 5th and 12th, there's only 3 points. If we win against Newcastle, we go into 5th place potentially. So that this is still a good season. We can't really be down and miserable about the season. It is a great. We would take that off. We'll snap the hands off, wouldn't we? At the start of the season, to be where we are right now.
Absolutely. Pixel Rich, he said, well said, Lee. So he agrees with you on that. Martin Cobb says we need to be careful. Leeds and West Ham have closed the gap by 1 point.
Listen, think about it, right. You've got Burnley 11. Burnley are gone for me. Wolves are gone. There's 2 teams gone already. So you're talking maybe it's West Ham, Leeds, other teams. Fulham are struggling. There's a few teams down there. We got points in the bag. We can afford to slip up now and again, but as long as we keep our home form going, we'll be all right.
Right, okay. John Swinney says, let's bear in mind, Pep said it was their best 90 minutes of the season. Johnny Cool is saying, heard some fans were getting on Wilson's back for missing those 2 chances. So, look, before we go any further, we've got to once again mention our fantastic sponsors for this season, wolfcompetitions.co.uk. They are a competition site. I'll quickly show you this. We was out and about last week. I was up in Ashington and Liam won a 65-inch telly. This is what happened. Are you going to watch on your telly?
Stranger Things is on the night, so I'm going to be watching that.
All right, it's wee Philly for Wolf Competitions. We've come all the way to Ashington. We're nearly in Scotland. It's taken us forever to get here, but we're here to see Liam, who's won. He's only won a 65-inch TV. How good's that? Let's go and have a chat with Liam. All right, we're here with Liam. Liam, Wolf Competitions. How long have you been on the site?
About a year now.
About a year. And he's just told me just before we pulled up, he's just won. You've won the TV. How did you win the TV?
Put a £10 on for 4 spins, and I got it on my first spin.
First spin, how good's that? That's on the Christmas wheel, so get yourself on that. You could be a winner like Liam. But we just pulled up and you just said, you've just won again, have you?
Aye, another 20 quid.
Another 20 quid. See, it comes in threes.
I had 3 wins the other night, actually, when I won the telly. I won a bracelet off one of my mates' raffles, and I won an air rifle as well. So I had a decent night that night, like.
Fantastic. So what are you going to watch on your telly?
Stranger Things is on the night, so I'm going to be watching that.
Nice one. Look, well done. Keep playing with Wolf Competitions. You could be a winner again.
Hopefully.
Enjoy your TV.
Thank
Cheers,
you
mate.
much.
So what are you going to watch on your... So there you go. Normally, I've not edited that very well. We'd normally all going to have a wee, pick our nose and stuff like that. But seeing as it was just in a little portrait thing, then we couldn't... yes, Dina.
Who does your camera work for you? I'm very who does the camera work for you? Is it Karen?
No, Karen doesn't do it. Well, there's a couple of different lasses who why do you want a job?
No, I was just asking because I'm always intrigued because like you don't have a cameraman for you around, so I'm just intrigued who does it. Oh, no, there you go. So don't forget, honestly, Wolf Competition, the amount of winners we get, and I mean, we've had a few this week, £1,000 winners and things, and it's first time on and stuff like that. I've won fuck all. Oh well, thanks for that, Dino. They're only thanks very much. Some people don't win, but we're not going to say that anyway about the sponsors of our channel. But thanks for that, Dino.
But no, loads of people do win. We're forever. I'm out and about all over the Northeast giving prizes away. So it could be you. I could be knocking on your door. You never know. wolfcompetitions.co.uk. Check out the site if you've not done it already. And I could be knocking on your door with all sorts of prizes. wolfcompetitions.co.uk. And there's a link in the description. Thanks to them for sponsoring our channel. It means we can make a little bit of a profit now. Thank goodness. Right, listen. Wilson started up front. They put him back in for the Man City game. Is missing these chances. You don't get a lot of chances in the Premier League, all right. And so missing these chances. Have we got to start taking these chances? Because that could be the thing that undoes us, Terry?
Well, I mean, look, he's missed two against two good teams, hasn't he? He's missed against Liverpool and Manchester City. Like I said, the second one was a difficult chance. He created that chance in the first place. He caught the defender off guard, so he had the awareness to do that. Another time it might go under his legs, blasted under his legs, or chip it or whatever. But yeah, I mean, Bobby scored 2 off the bench. Isidore scored a couple off the bench. Maybe it's time for me ending out. Maybe to come off the bench and have another go. If the players are not going to be able to score goals, it's the way we play our football with the low block and the high press and the counter attacking style of football. We may need to dip into the transfer window and buy a more experienced striker to come in with the experience in the Premier League. We'll have to wait and see.
Right, okay. Dino, is it what's going to undo us, sort of not putting away these chances when they come along?
Well, the chances what we've had could have won with games, could have got with draws. You've got to take your chances in the Prem, unfortunately. A good striker takes it. I think Isidore snatched at the one yesterday. Yeah, he didn't have enough time, but a good striker stays calm and picks his spot. I think Isidore just absolutely smashed it because that's all he knows what to do. For me, I think Brian Brobby, he's just got a little bit more about him. Yeah, he lacks the pace of Isidore, but he's stronger than Isidore. He looks a bit more, I wouldn't say much better in front of goal, but he's scored different kinds of goals, getting in front of the keeper, headers. So, and he'll give a defender a real battle. He'll back up against him. Isidore's not that kind of player. He doesn't like to back up against anyone. He likes to get behind. And unfortunately, we're not really playing them balls in behind, not for the likes of Isidore. So I do think for the Mags game, I would like to see Brian Brobby because they've got a physical backline, Newcastle, and I think Brian Brobby could be the difference.
Do they get 45 minutes each, Dean?
It all depends. If the battling and the creating chances are linking the play up very well, you keep them on. But if they're literally not doing anything, they're just moving from left to right, closing down. I mean, both of them can do that. It all depends on what they're offering. If Brobby's offering more in the first half, he's actually holding off, passing, getting in behind, getting the odd shot off, then you keep him on. But if he's done nothing, then you switch.
Then you change it at half time. You don't wait 50 minutes.
Yeah, change it off time. Give your strikers a little bit more time to get into the game. Half an hour, you're asking a lot for a striker to get into a game in a half an hour.
Right, okay. Just very quickly, before I come to you, Lee. On the chat, Ian says we play them on the 1st of January. So what would you do different? It'd be interesting when we play Man City on New Year's Day because we have played them with one eye on the Mount game, which sounds a shocking thing to do.
But now we have AFCON coming around where we lose 2 or 3 players anyway. So we're going to be kind of
we're 7 players down, so it's going to be hard.
Yeah, right, okay. Johnny Cool, quietly confident for the Mags game. We're going to get on the Mags game next. So, and also Johnny Cool says Wilson done not much wrong in those chances and not a game for Brian yesterday. Lee, he put Wilson up front yesterday, started, but are missing those chances when they come along. Are they going to the thing that undoes us?
No, I don't think so, Philly. I think we're 8th now in the league. We've got 23 points. We've scored goals. I think, listen, the chance he had on Wednesday against Liverpool, he probably should be putting that away. The chance he had against City yesterday, as we said, it was a difficult one because he didn't have much time to think. He went to blasted. Xhaka chance off the pole. I think it's just sometimes your luck's in and sometimes it's not.
Right, okay, look, I've just noticed the time. I'm going to have to try and speed these up because I'm at work tonight. So, right, Luke O'Nien, red card yesterday. I mean, is he too much of a liability with VAR? I mean, we all said he does his daft things and, in the Premier League with VAR, Terry, is he too much of a liability to be trusted with anything serious, do you think?
I mean, you kind of judge him in a couple of minutes on the pitch. I mean, I'm over the moon for the lad getting on against Liverpool. He's proud. His families are proud. He's done fantastic to come from League One, from nowhere. One or two or three players that have done it to make it to the Premier League. Do I think he can start a game of football in the Premier League? Probably not. Was he deserved red card yesterday? Yeah, it was a red card, but he was kind of sort of left high and dry with the pass from Lafay. Lafay gave him a real bad pass. And he just mistimed it. He's only been on the pitch 30 seconds, not really warmed up. Yesterday's red card had nothing to do with the result whatsoever. You kind of blame Luke O'Nien for that. He's always going to make the odd bad challenges we've seen in the history of Sunderland, but he's done brilliant throughout the years, so we can't really knock him. I just feel like, he has getting a lot of bad press over the last 24 hours to do with the red card. I thought it was a bit harsh. I thought, like I say, Enzo Lafay for me yesterday didn't have a fantastic game. Yeah, he's either right up there, man of the match, or he has a bit of a sort of underperformance, and that sort of passed the Luke O'Nien. It didn't really give Luke O'Nien much chance. But I mean, let's face it, there was a similar one earlier on when Mukele got kicked in the ankle. I mean, that was a bad challenge as well. I mean, it wasn't halfway up his leg like Luke O'Nien's was, but they were both bad challenges. But yeah, he did deserve to get the red card.
Right, okay. Right, we're trying to rush through these. Lee, red card for Luke. Is he too much of a liability with VAR?
I don't think he's going to play much anyway. And so, as Terry mentioned, the pass from Lafay was a bit suicidal, and Luke hasn't really gone in with intent to hurt the player. He's just basically put a lazy leg out there, and just the height, he's caught the player on the back of the calf. I mean, the fact that the fact that the referee gave a yellow card, right, which says that until VAR's come in, do you know what I mean? VAR looks at these things, looks at a still image, and you go, oh, fuck, they've caught him on the back of the calf. Look how high it is. But you got to have some common sense as well. Look at the kind of how the play happened. Do you know what I mean? Was it a really bad tackle? Because if you look at the one that Guardiola made in the first half on Mukiele, that actually caught him on the ankle, and he went with intent to take ball and man, and he got man only. So I thought the any kind of criticism of Luke O'Nien is a bit unfair. Is he a liability? I mean, everyone's a liability with VAR. Do you know what I mean? There's people who get sent off for daft things all the time. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah, okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Luke O'Nien. He is Mr. Sunderland. And I'd love to see him get a little run in the Premiership. But like I say, with VAR...
on that point, it makes a good point, Lee. Mukele was down. He looked absolutely... He looked knackered. He looked as if he was going to be taken off the pitch, where their player, I thought he was up pretty quick.
Yeah, fair enough. But it is Man City, in it? So, and I think that speaks volumes. Dino, Luke O'Nien and VAR.
Unfortunately, I'm going to say I think we've seen Luke play his last game for Sunderland. I think this red card, I mean, with Ofcom coming on, that was probably the most ideal chance he's going to get a game. We're missing 7 players, and he's lost that chance because he's going to be out for 3 games, unfortunately. And then by the time them 3 games come, it's going to be probably the back end of Ofcom. Potentially, I think I'm not sure when they come back. So, but I think people are just so quick to jump on him for anything. I mean, like he came on at left wing, and people are just saying, "Oh, he looks lost." He was on the left wing. Just because you don't know where he's playing, he's not lost. He knows what he's doing. He's on the left side. But I mean, these are the same people who says he wasn't good enough for League One. He's not good enough for the Championship. He'll never get us promoted because he's not good enough, and he's proved everyone wrong. People just like to doubt the lad. I like to think that his work rate gets him to where he's got to, and unfortunately, he's come on. He's been sold a short pass, and it's straight jump on Luke O'Nien. No one said, "Oh, Enzo Lafay gave him a really slow shit pass to his feet," and he's just went to try and nick the ball, and obviously Nunes is getting in front of him. He's caught him quite high. Luke knew he sell when they went to VAR. He was already walking off the pitch. I just think, unfortunately, for Luke, with this red card, I think it'll be hard for him to get back in the squad.
Right.
Well, at least the first 11. So I'd like to see him play more, but I just don't see it.
Right, okay. Just very quickly, Pixel Rich saying, let's not turn against Luke. We're not turning against Luke. We'd all said we'd love to see him do well in the Premiership. He's Sunderland through and through, and he's a great lad. He's a lovely lad off the pitch as well. Does everything, he's a model professional footballer. And so,
he's a great ambassador for the club, isn't he?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, that's not what it's about. Right, just quick as you can with this, because I do want to go on the mags. Man of the match, just tell me who you think. Lee? That's it. That's how I like it. Nice and fast. Well done.
No one really stood out.
Ryan Cherky.
Oh, God, away, man. Right, Terry?
Exactly the same, Ryan Cherky.
Oh, God.
Jerky. Ryan Beef Jerky.
Lee? No?
Yes, man of the match. I mean, I thought Ballard handled Haaland very well, but I mean, apart from that, no one really stood out for us, I don't think.
Right, okay.
So Ballard.
Right, okay.
Well,
listen,
just for
right.
Haaland, yeah.
Right, look. Right. It's the big one. Sunderland. Sunderland Newcastle. Well, how confident are you, first of all? Terry?
100%. Come on.
Are you really? Dino?
We're not lost
You know
last
what?
9 games, last 9 league games. We've not lost. We're going to beat them again.
I fancy her. I really do. I fancy her against them. This is probably the team where I think we can go at them, because Newcastle can be beaten on any day, but they can turn someone over any day. It all depends on what Newcastle turns up.
Right, okay. Coffee Goblin says, we don't lose back games, follow losses with wins and unbeaten at home. Who've we got next? He says. Lee, are you confident?
Yeah, absolutely, Philly. And we're playing well. We've had a heavy defeat, but we never gave up. We played the 90 minutes, and we've done that every single game so far, I think. So, and I don't know if you saw Match of the Day last night. The presenter, Kelly Cates, when she said basically to introduce the Mags game that they played yesterday against Burnley, she said that the Newcastle hierarchy are hoping to make them the biggest powerful team in the world by 2030. And she went on to say that they're not even the biggest team in the North East.
Hey, I missed it. I've got it recorded. But if that's the case, I've got that recorded. I will snip that out, and that'll be played on repeat in the Wheat Sheaf on Sunday. Definitely. I'll just make a note of that. Match of the day. Thank you very much. I can't be confident, because it's just whoever turns up on the day. I mean, I was 6 in a row. Most of them, we were fighting relegation. We kept losing and losing, and the Mags come up and we beat them. And
But we're not now, Philly. We're not now. We're higher than them in the table. You've got to mind that gap. 15 games in, still haven't even been above Sunderland yet. However, man, we're unbeaten at home. They've got a shit away record, apart from beating Everton 4-0. They've got a shit away record. Everything favours towards us. I think the pressure's on us and not Newcastle. And
there's the meme for Newcastle fans. There you go. And that'll be played on repeat and repeat if it goes against us. Anyway, listen. Would you take a draw?
Phil, what they're gonna say? It was, we're going straight down. You haven't played anyone. The bubbles burst. What's it gonna be next?
Dino, why are you still on your pedestal there? Would you take a draw now?
No. Not a chance.
No.
I mean, we can't just go out there and go, right, we're going to draw. We've got to go out there and go, right, we're going to smash them.
Yes, of course. We're going out to win. We all want to win. I'm just asking, would you take a draw? No, you wouldn't. Lee, would you take a draw now?
No, I mean, I'll be going to win, Philly, and obviously depending on the circumstances of the game, if there's a red card for us, you know what I mean, we're down to 10 men, then absolutely a draw. But, I mean, you go every game to win, you've got the home advantage. We owe them one after the FA Cup game, so, yeah, I want 3 points, mate.
I just want to say the FA Cup doesn't count. We've basically had a League One team coming up into the Championship. It was 2 years ago. Ballard was much younger. Hume was much younger. There's only 2 players in that side that are in this side. Everything's changed since then. 100% I don't want to draw. I want to win this game of football, simple as. You know, you've got to take into account they are the Champions League side. Yes, they're a good side, got good players, but on the day, we can win this game at home. We're unbeaten at home for a reason.
Yeah, I know that.
And don't forget when we played in the FA Cup, we basically made it a home game for them. We painted the bar for them. We let them sit close. We let them sit close to the stadium. They weren't up the top end, whether they were in the bottom end, weren't they?
Aye.
Literally done everything to favour them. It's ridiculous.
Right, well, look,
we'll probably give them the home dressing room and all.
So the thing for me, right, the despair and the upset of losing is worse than the joy of winning. I think so. For a draw means I don't have that despair. We talked about it the other week, right?
That's a defeatist mentality.
I know, but I'm just preparing myself for the worst. That's all. And
don't prepare for the worst. Don't think about the worst.
All right,
Philly sound like me. Philly sound like me.
Yeah.
Like big girls blouse, man.
I'm normally dead positive. I know I am.
Get some balls about you.
But listen, what I will say as well is we went on about different passions of support and how us as massive passionate Sunderland fans, when we lose any game, it really hurts. And you have those people who go, it's just a game of football and that. And I feel sorry for those sort of people now, because these are the weeks. I'm sure we'll all be the same. This week, the build-up, the excitement, the joy of Derby Day coming up as it gets closer and closer, and then on the day, how fantastic it is. These people who haven't got that passion won't experience what we're going to experience this week. Dino.
When was the last time we played Newcastle and we were above them in the table? I guarantee it was a long time ago. Normally when we played them, we were always below them. Now we're ahead of them. It's flipped. We're not in a relegation battle now. We're going for Europe. We're going for, you know what I mean? So
I cannot remember a game before the last 9 league games where they beat us, so I can't remember it. Simple as. End of the day, there's no point thinking about the whole week, thinking about, I want to draw, I'm scared to lose.
Right, Luke.
No, you've got to be positive the whole week and be proud of the team so far.
Listen, I've got to be quick on this. I've got to ask you, and I wouldn't normally ask you on this, but because of the way the world is and full of walkies now, when I put my advert out for Derby Day, I've got a brilliant one where it's got a really gorgeous Sunderland lass in a Sunderland strip, and this real minger of a bird in a Newcastle strip. And I'm just wondering, am I allowed to put that out on social media now? I mean, I think I'm going to, but you know what I mean? It's going to get all sorts of stick.
It's the biggest derby in the world. It's about shithousery. It's about the banter. You know, end of the day, you've got to take it on your chin. You've got to just have a bit of joy and a bit of fun about it. It's all about having a laugh, isn't it? Let's face it. Taking the piss out of each other. That's what it's about.
Absolutely. Right. I need a prediction, then I've got to go because I'm going to be late for work. Right. Terry, score, Sunday, Sunderland, Newcastle.
I've already said it on the video I made earlier on today, 2-1 to Sunderland.
2-1 Sunderland. We'll take that because that'll bring my bet in.
It's never easy regardless. It's always going to be one of those sweaty, nervous games, but we're going to win it.
Right, okay. Dino, score.
3-1 Sunderland.
3-1 Sunderland. We like the sound of this. Lee, are we going more than 3-1?
No, I'm going to go with your bet, Philly. I'm going to go with a 2-1 and hopefully it'll make me rich as well.
2-1. Right, get your money on it. I'm going to go 2-1 as well. Get me $5 on that. Honestly, I'll be happy with a 1-0 win of somebody's arse. I'm not bothered. The scrappiest goal in the world, but 3 points against the Mags. How are the lads? Terry.
I'm going to find out whose first goal scorer is. The bloke sits next to me, 2 down. He had Mukiele first goal scorer, bang. He had Ballard first goal scorer, bang. Big prices, 33-1. I'm going to find out who's back on this weekend.
Right, okay. Well, find out and let us know as well.
I will.
Right, listen. I've got to go. Honestly, I am going to be late for work. I'm going to get nacked. I'm going to get sacked.
Yeah, the
Terry,
will be fine.
Terry, would you just like to say bye to everybody?
See you, everybody.
Right, Dino.
Bye, everyone. Away the lads.
Oh, good
on,
man.
Sunday.
Oh, we're excited for Derby week. Here we go. In Spanish, Lee.
Feliz semana de derby. Away the lads. Vamos.
Yes, that as well. All right. Listen, thanks for watching, tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends about it. Next week, by the way, honestly, I'll be in the town. I'll be absolutely kale-eyed. I'll be pissed. So whether or not we're on here next Sunday or not is anybody's guess. But we might be. If we're not, we'll try and do one Monday or something like that. But
I won't be
hopefully,
pissed about work next year.
I'll be win or lose. I'm on the booze. Simple as that. Right, we've got to go. Thanks for tuning in. If you're a member of the channel, watch for your name in the credits at the end. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye bye. How are the lads?